Hello everyone. So I was not sure about the title of this video, but let me try to explain. Now I always talk about becoming a Jira consultant, and especially I make these videos, I make this suggestion for Jira admins, and people reach out to me quite a lot and they ask me the same question. Ravi, we are currently doing Jira admin work and we are doing it for many years. We are now not really sure what to do next. So basically, I thought let me just talk about the possibilities and the career path that you can take if you're already a Jira admin. And by the way, I have mentioned this like a couple of times in the past, but in this video, I just want to give you some additional information, and hopefully this video will help you. Hopefully this video will give you some ideas. I'll try not to make a very long video, but I want to, of course, elaborate. Now, the thing is that whenever we talk about becoming or not, whenever we talk about doing something when it comes to career, let us say you are a Jira admin and maybe you are not really happy with your current job. I'm not really saying that if you're a Jira admin, then you should do something else like Jira consultation, but being just a Jira admin for a long time is probably not good, because if you're just a Jira admin, then I'm sure you're probably just doing pure support work. So I thought let us just talk about uh, those things that you are not really happy about. So first of all, try to identify why you're not happy with whatever you're doing. So if you're in a job, and most likely if you're watching this video, I guess and I think you are in a job. So if you're in a job, then maybe you're not happy with your boss, maybe you're not happy with your salary, and I think these two are quite important, because usually when people are upset or people are not happy with their work, it is usually because of either boss or salary. But maybe there could be other factors, like maybe you want to work from home, maybe you are spending too much time traveling, maybe you are doing too much work. I mean, this could be a reason that you are overworking, and I think that is probably your fault. If you're overworking, it's probably because of you, because your company, your team, your manager is asking you and you're doing it. So you shouldn't do it. You should never really work outside your working hours, and I guess in some countries it is not even legal. Or maybe your profile is not good. Maybe you're doing Jira admin work, but you don't really get quality work. And I would say first try to figure out whether you can change these things. So try to make a list of things that are bothering you, things that you're not happy about, and try to also prioritize it. I guess bad boss, low salary is probably on top, but try to prioritize and try to fix it within your company. And I think if you're happy in general, then you will not think too much about changing your role or changing your company every day. And I think that is the reality. It happens quite a lot. So if you can change it, try to get into a new team, try to ask for a raise, try to work from home, ask for it. And what I would say, that if you are, let us say, a Jira admin, and if you're not really sure about what you can do potentially, and that is, of course, I'm trying to help you in this video. uh, Based on your priorities in life, try to make a list of your goals. And I would say, and this is what I do, what I have been doing for many years. Try to make a list of your short-term goals. That would be in the next 6 months. Try to also make some long-term goals, like 2 years maybe, and also make a 5-year goal, like things that you want to achieve in the next 5 years. And I think it is extremely important when you have these goals. Of course, your personal goals, those goals could be to earn maybe a lot of money. Maybe you want to earn $1 million. Maybe you want to earn 10 crore rupees somewhere in India. Maybe you want to have a big house. So I think when you have these goals, then a lot of things in your life will hopefully get clearer. Not really immediately, but with time. And When you have these goals in mind, let us say you want to do something in the next 2 years, it could be, let us say, working in your dream company, then break it down and break it down based on things that you have identified. For example, if you want a job in a particular company, or if you want to see yourself in a particular role, then you I'm sure you know that for that particular role or job or company, you need to acquire some skills. And when you have to acquire those skills, then of course, break it down and try to work on it every day. And I think that is very important. You should utilize your day effectively. Whenever you have time, try to work on those things that you need to learn. And at the same time, talking about, of course, Jira Admin, I'm trying not to deviate. I'm trying not to give you any gyan. I am just trying to share my experience. If you are a Jira admin, then potentially you can do few things like, not few things, but like uh, a bit more than few things. You can always become a consultant, but let us break it down. Uh, if you want to become a consultant, then you can become a tech consultant, right? Now, a tech consultant is someone, as the name suggests, who is more close on the technical side of things. Of course, you can do a lot of wonderful things with Jira, but if you're a tech consultant, then you're more on the automation side, you're more on the integration side. You know how to work with Jira REST API, you know how to write scripts, you know how to customize Jira, you know how to write maybe simple plugins, right? And maybe you know how to create a Forge app. So if you are a tech consultant, then I think, and that is of course my priority. If you're a tech consultant, then you're safe, and you can expect uh, working as a consultant for a long time. Because if you're into technical side of things, then you can solve a lot of problems. But at the same time, you can also think about becoming a business consultant. I think that I am of course a technical consultant, but I know myself, I know my nature, I know I'm not a people management person. I'm not a people person. I'm not really good in talking to people. But at the same time, I think over the years I have uh, acquired this skill where I can talk to people. So I don't really hesitate talking to people if I have to, although I try not to talk to people, which is, again, I think it's my human behavior, my nature, and that is how things are. I think we all should appreciate and know about our personality. But I know the kind of work I do, I have to talk to people, and and I have to improve my communication skills. But you can also think about, if you're not a technical person, if you don't really have a technical background, you can also focus on becoming a business consultant. You can also think about agile lead, or you can think about acquiring safe certifications, although I'm not a big fan of certifications. But if you are good in communications, and I think in this age, I think I was talking to my friend the other day, and he was saying that nowadays, of course, we have AI, and in the next coming years, AI will be dominant, but you cannot replace the communication skills the way a human person can communicate. And I think if you have that, then your business consulting skills will shine. So apart from being just a tech consultant, uh, try to also acquire some business consulting skills. If you don't really have tech background, then of course, be really good in being a business consultant. You can also focus and maybe think about building a career in automation side. Nowadays, of course, we have this new AI thing. I mean, not really new, but we have this AI which is prominent everywhere. But if you think about automation, Jira is of course one tool which people use for collaboration and for issue tracking, and of course for doing project management. But Jira can also be integrated with other tools, and you can of course focus and just build yourself, or maybe find your niche in this automation area. And similar to automation, we also have DevOps, right? DevOps has been there for a while. If you know how to integrate Jira with other tools, and if you're really good in it, if you are maybe good in other similar tools that people use along with Jira, then you can expect your career to last for many years. And of course, you can charge more money. And finally, I would say that you can always think about becoming an app developer. If you have tech background and you don't really want to do business consulting, then maybe just focus on app development. Why not? And of course, you can follow what I have been doing. Of course, not really trying to uh, not really trying to uh, showcase or talking about my greatness, but I have been doing these things in bits and pieces. But my focus has always been on tech side. I also do a lot of business consulting. I also do a lot of automation integration. I'm not really a DevOps person, but I have never been focused on DevOps. But I have in the past done a bit of it, a bit of DevOps, because I'm also a system admin. So if you ask me to integrate Jira with other tool for building some kind of pipeline or configuring some YAML files, I can do that. I have that experience, and I think that is enough. If you have a technical background, you can always, with some help or some research, you can always solve problems. And I think having this problem solving mentality or attitude is extremely important. You should build that. And if you want to, of course, just focus on development, just develop apps. Of course, you can try with Forge. I have a lot of videos on Forge, and we are also trying to develop Forge, and we are also trying to build our competency around Forge development. But we have also developed apps in Atlassian or in Jira Data Center using Atlassian SDK. So yeah, these are the things that I thought I'll talk about, talking about potential things that you can do after being just a Jira admin. Also at the same time, let's talk about whether you should be working for a company, whether you should be working for a partner, or maybe working as a freelancer. Now, my personal preference has always been being on your own, become a freelancer, contractor, maybe run your own small company, because you can actually, and of course, we all have different reasons. My reason is, I can of course give you 10 reasons or maybe more than 10 reasons, but you'll be more happy, and you will be, and you can potentially earn a lot more money very quickly. If you're working for someone, if you're in a job, you can never really earn a lot of money too quickly. You have to spend like a lot of time, and people are never really able to get out of their jobs. They have to like do job. They have to be in this employment relationship for many years. So and it is very difficult. But if you want to earn more money, which is, I think, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. There is nothing wrong with saying that you want to earn more money. And if you want to earn really a lot of money, then you have to be on your own. You have to basically either become a freelancer, set up your own company, or maybe, of course, what you do in your company is up to you. You can, of course, provide services. You can also do training. You can also sell apps. And I'm talking about things that you can do within Atlassian ecosystem. So yes, you can do that. And I have been doing it. So I would say that don't underestimate yourself. I talk to a lot of people, and they are in jobs and they are really good. But I think with little help, with a bit of tuning, they can actually achieve a lot in their life. But usually people underestimate themselves, and they just need someone to, just push them a bit. And there is no shortage of work in the market. Even if you're thinking about Atlassian ecosystem, there's plenty of work. Fortunately for us, as a consultant, Jira is already a popular tool. I think Jira has like more than 80% of the market, which is a great thing. And I would say that if there is no shortage of work, and if you can take a little bit of risk, of course, take calculated risk, try to do something on your own. But of course, if you have Atlassian skills, you can always work for a company. You can always, work for a partner. That is always an option. And I would say the last thing that I want to talk about is set yourself a target. Of course, I talked about goals, but also set yourself a target that you want to do something by this date. And when you have that target in your mind, I think you will automatically tune yourself that, okay, let us say your target is to leave a job, right? Of course, you can't really leave your job today. And I don't really believe in rage quitting your job. That is, of course, not really ideal. You should plan for it and keep this target in your mind, like not just keep it in your mind, write it somewhere. So when you're writing your goals, also write some individual milestones that by this date, I definitely want to do these things. And if you want to, of course, move away from Jira administration and you want to become a consultant, or maybe if you want to be a business owner, set a date, give yourself some deadline, and I think that will definitely help you. And that is it. I thought I'll probably just talk about these things Hopefully I've given you some ideas, and hopefully you will take some action. Again, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to, help you if I can. Of course, I'm not really an expert of everything. I'm definitely not a life coach, but if you are in this domain, Atlassian ecosystem, most likely I will be able to give you my perspective, and I think you can then relate. But if you have been following my videos, I'm sure you are already picking a lot of these things. Anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much. Bye bye.